What is going on, you guys? My name is Andrew, and today we are going to be talking about the Saucony Excursion TR16 trail running shoe. I've been using this shoe in pretty much every condition imaginable. I literally waited for snow to use it in this before I reviewed it, and I've used it for about 100 miles to 150 miles. I just want to give you guys my overall thoughts, opinions, some of the specs and dimensions before you go out and make your next purchase for a new trail shoe. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So to start things off, we are going to be talking about the specs and dimensions of this shoe. I personally wear a US men's size 13, coming in at a weight of roughly 12.5 ounces. And it is true to fit. I had no issues with needing to size up or size down to get a good fit on this shoe. The weight that you will see on Saucony's website claims 10.1 ounce, which I believe that is more for the size 10 to 10.5 men's. So you're looking at roughly half an ounce per size as you go up, which in my opinion is still very light for a trail shoe. Next, I want to talk about the drop off. You're looking at an 8mm drop off, 31mm in the back, and 23mm in the front stack. Nice and comfortable, rides kind of flat, but I think that's a lot better for trail running considering you're going to be dealing with uneven terrain. You don't really want that extra rock pushing you forward, so definitely solid. So rolling right along into the next thing, we're going to talk about some of the features that this shoe has. First thing I want to highlight is the VersaRun cushioning. Now, I will say this is probably one of the most cushiony feeling trail shoes that I have ran in for as long as I've been running trails, and it feels fantastic. It's not too soft to where you feel like you might be like dancing on top of a pillow, but it's not too stiff and it doesn't wear out super quickly. I mean, I've gone up to around 15 to 20 miles in one run and felt great. I had no real discomfort, no pain after my run, and because of just how much rubberized there is to this, it's not like the foam's absorbing any water or moisture. Unless it gets inside your shoe, you will feel it, but at that point, your whole foot's gonna be wet, so it doesn't matter. Next, I want to highlight just the aggressive tread that this shoe has. Now, it's not super deep. You can kind of see, I don't know the exact measurements of how deep the tread is, but I've used this on every terrain you can think of. As stated, I've used it in snow, in ice, I've used it in wet, flooded trails, in knee-deep water, and I've used this on mud and wet leaves and have had no issues all around. So honestly, a very solid shoe as far as traction goes, and very happy with that performance. So next up, we're going to talk about the pricing. So this shoe comes in at an average price by what I've seen online between $60 and $70. I believe they're on sale right now on Saucony's website for $65 while supplies last. I was able to scoop these up at my DSW shoe store for $60 flat. So really good bang for your buck shoe as far as I can say. I mean, the comfort, probably one of the best that I've had for this price range. Durability, probably one of the best I've had for this price range. So all in all, you're getting an absolute deal for $60. So big props to that. Now, before I give this shoe my final overall review, I want to talk about some of the pros and cons. Now, the one thing I will mention is it is a very breathable shoe. Now, that can be a pro and it can be a con at times because breathable means water. And it does say on the website that it is Gore-X approved. I'm guessing that's really just for the bottom because once you're wet, you're wet. I've seen Nike has a Gore-X shoe, and one of my buddies, he's ran through water and he says it's not that bad. This thing, the second you go into some puddles, it's saturated. I actually just had to finish getting these dried off from one of my last runs, so you will deal with wet feet for a long time, so kind of plan ahead if you know you're going to be going through water, but if you have an extra pair of socks and a pair of shoes to switch out of when you're done, you'll be just fine. Now, as for some of the pros, all in all, it's a well-built shoe. Very comfortable, very durable, able to handle just about any terrain. The only thing I haven't done is climb a mountain in them, so that's really the only place I can say I don't know how it works. But overall, very, very pleased with the performance of this shoe. So like I said in the previous part about the price is phenomenal. The performance of the shoe is phenomenal. As for cons, I just have to say, the waterproofing sucks, and I feel like it could cause the foam to wear down, but you're going to deal with that with just about any shoe that doesn't have a full waterproofing, which in that case you'd probably sacrifice waterproofing for breathability. So maybe from a hiker's perspective, you may be better off with a full waterproof shoe that you don't have to worry about your foot getting wet at all, but you're also not maybe straining yourself as much, to where breathability and keeping your foot cool would be helpful. But if you're a runner, you're going to want that breathability still, because once your feet get hot and sweaty and nasty, you're running into all sorts of possible problems. So, like I said, not too many cons, solid amount of pros. It's a great shoe. So, what is my final overall rating for the Saucony Excursion TR16 running shoe? I have to give it an astounding 4.5 stars out of 5. I'd love to give it a perfect 5, but let's just face it, nothing's perfect. Like I said, the shoe, for the price, can't beat it. Absolutely hidden gem, durable. I would gladly run another pair of these, and honestly, I'd be excited to see a TR17 come out in the near future. So, all in all, very happy, and I feel like you'll be happy too, whether you're using this for trail running, for hiking, anything of the sort. This shoe holds up nicely, can take a beating, can get you through wherever you need to go, and still keep you comfortable the whole time. So, as stated, 4.5 stars out of 5. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you here today. If you enjoyed this review, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. I'd love to have you around. I'm going to have so much more content coming up in the future as far as trail running, gear reviews, training, and whatever you can think of. Love to have you around for the journey. Anyways, guys, thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking your time to watch this, and I hope you guys enjoy your purchase if you do choose to purchase the Saucony TR16 Excursion trail running shoe. Anyways, guys, I'll see you around. Have a good one.